Hi, today we will be building this beautiful corner lamp that can be used in any room to get an awesome ambience. It has multiple modes and multiple animations. It adds aesthetic to the room and looks very soothing too. The best part of this lamp is anyone can make this. You don't have to be tech savvy, good at programming or even good at using a computer because we won't be using one. As an added bonus, not even soldering is required. The only thing that is needed is assembling a few parts, which I think anyone can do. The lamp is inspired by a product I saw online. It caught my eye at one glance and I knew I had to make this. Also, it is being sold at around 6,000 rupees, but I will show you how this can be built in less than half of that amount and get the same functionality. And of course, there's this feeling of building something on your own. Alright, so now that I have convinced you to build this lamp, let's get into the details. The brain of this lamp is SP108E LED controller. It is very easy to get and easy to use. It is targeted to be used on addressable LEDs, which are also not hard to get a hold of. I went with WS2812B. Although if you are buying, do not buy less than 60 LEDs per meter version, as that won't be enough LEDs to make our lamp look good. The number of LEDs depend on the height of lamp you are building. For reference, I am using 60 LEDs per meter version and height of the lamp is 5 feet, so I needed 92 LEDs, around 1.5 meters. To power all this, we will need a 5V power supply, current rating of which again depends on the number of LEDs used. The thumb rule is to calculate the current rating by multiplying number of LEDs with 60 mA and buying the power supply with more than half of that current rating. I used 3A one for 92 LEDs. To build the frame, we will use this rectangular hollow aluminium block, which is very light and very easy to work with, and also it fits the LED controller very well. It can easily be bought at any hardware store. Some right angle brackets and screws are required to hold the frames. We will be using a similar size wood block to add weight to the frame, and also the screws get tightened on these blocks. The last thing we need are these aluminium profiles which help in mounting and dissolving of the LEDs with this included dissolver. Link to all the parts is in the description. Let's first make sure our controller works. I connected the LED strip to the controller using a screwdriver. The connection is straightforward. WS2812B doesn't have any clock pin, so that remains unconnected. In the first power on, it is possible that your LED strip don't light up and it's okay. Now make sure the LED in the controller is blue. If it is green, it is in STA mode. To change it, press the AP/STA button on the controller. Now that our LED is blue, we are in access point mode in which we can connect to the LED controller's Wi-Fi and control the LEDs. The default password is 12345678. All this detail can be found in the user manual, link to which is provided in the description. Ideally, it should work out of the box, but if it doesn't, I am providing some links for troubleshooting as well. I already had the aluminium blocks cut in sizes of 1 feet, 2 feet and 5 feet. After that, I started cutting 3 wood blocks of size around 8 inches. Then I kept the 2 smaller ones at right angle to each other and marked some holes to attach them using right angle brackets. They will act as the base of our lamp. Then I inserted the wooden blocks inside and started drilling with a drill bit smaller than the screws I am going to use. Once all the 4 holes were drilled, I started screwing the brackets and made them one solid piece. Make sure the screws are all the way through and just grip the wooden block thoroughly. Otherwise, the aluminium blocks might not work as one. I followed the same procedure to attach one bracket at the bottom center of the 5 feet aluminium block. I then kept it at 45 degrees on top of the base we just made and made 2 markings for attaching the bracket to it. We are doing this to make the light really fall on the corner of the room and not just on any one wall. I laid down the longer block, got one more wooden piece and inserted it from the top. After that, I pushed it inside with the LED controller. This piece will act as a resting place for the controller so that it doesn't just hang there with the wires, but has a settling place instead. Once the controller was completely settled, I extracted it, made a rough guess where the wooden block is, and drilled and fixed it. Finally, I got this matte black spray paint and painted all over the lamp. As you can see, I have not done a very good job. I should have made sure that the gravity cannot pull the paint down before letting it dry. So if you are planning on making this, keep this thing in mind. But this works for me, so let's move ahead. Now we will prepare the LED profile. I cut a piece of the profile, 5 feet in length, and started looking for a proper position to stick the strip. I decided to stick the strip on only one corner and not in the center so that I have space to make holes for screws which will be used to attach it to the lamp frame. I made 3 holes, roughly on the top, middle and bottom of the profile, making sure there is enough space for the strip. You can also do this after sticking the strip to the profile. I made corresponding holes to the profile in the aluminium block, making sure that the strip will be in the center of the block after attaching the profile to it. And there is no wood block this time to hold the screws. After this, I finally stick the strip to the profile, and don't worry, as neither the back of the strip nor the profile is conductive, so basically there will be no shorts. One important thing to note here is to make sure the number of LEDs is even in number if you are planning to use the segment feature of the controller. I counted the LEDs and did a quick test. Everything is working fine. I attached the finished profile to the aluminium block using screws. It's time to put the dissolver on top of the profile. But there is just a hiccup here. Nothing a good old Caesar can't deal with. And we are done with the mechanical build. I connected the strip to the controller and put the controller in its designated spot, making sure the power connector is at the top. I applied the power and it works beautifully. I changed the wire that connects the strip to the controller as previous wire was thin and was getting hot very quickly. Make sure you use a good quality wire to efficiently transmit power. Also, to make the frame more stable, I added 2 brackets here as well. I couldn't get 2 screw brackets, so I used this 5 screws one. But I will replace it in the future and color it black, as this is not looking good. That was all for this one. Now, if you have prior experience with microcontrollers and want to make this build more budget friendly and add some more features, like maybe a sound reactive one, I'm working on a video just for you. So make sure to subscribe and keep looking for my next upload. It's going to be awesome. If you enjoyed this build, make sure to leave a like and please share it with your friends. Till next time.